pH influences many aspects of soil and plant health, including nutrient availability, microbial activity, and plant growth. So it's important to get to know your soil pH, particularly if you're having problems in the garden that you can't get to the bottom of. So in simple terms, soil pH measures how acidic or how alkaline a soil is. So 7 is neutral, anything above 7 is alkaline, anything below 7 is acidic. Now in technical terms, it measures the concentration of hydrogen ions in the soil. So the higher the concentration, the lower or more acidic the pH. And soil pH is something we can easily measure. So most plants like a slightly acidic to neutral soil, so that's a pH somewhere in the range of about 6 to 7 is ideal. If the range is too far outside of that, you'll find that nutrient availability is limited and it can affect plant health. And if the pH is really high or really low, it can even cause toxicity or direct damage to plant roots. So remember, soil pH has a major impact on nutrient availability. So I've had people show me plants that clearly have a nutrient deficiency, but it's not because they haven't been fertilised, it's because the pH has swung too far one way or the other. So even though the nutrients are present, they're unavailable to the plant.
In strongly acidic soils, nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium can become less available, while elements like aluminium and manganese may reach toxic levels. In alkaline soils, micronutrients such as iron, manganese, zinc and copper become less available, which can lead to deficiencies even if the nutrients are present in the soil.
So slightly acidic to neutral soil, so that pH range of 6 to 7 that we chatted about, it usually provides that optimal balance where most nutrients are soluble and accessible. So changing your pH can change your availability of nutrients, but just remember the nutrients have to be there in the first place. Microbes play an important role in the health of our soil and plants, so it's worth noting that soil pH can strongly influence the type, diversity and activity of microbes in the soil.
Different microorganisms have preferred pH ranges, so changes in acidity or alkalinity can favour some species while inhibiting others. But most beneficial microorganisms are happy in that optimum 6 to 7 pH range.
pH can also influence the flower colour of some plants, so most famously the hydrangea. Now this is because pH affects the concentration of aluminium ions in the soil, which plants can absorb and use to modify pigmentation.
In acidic soils, aluminium is more soluble and readily taken up by the plant, producing blue or purple flowers. In neutral to alkaline soils, so pH 7 and above, aluminium is less available, so flowers tend to be pink or red.
Plants have evolved to grow in different soils, so by their very nature, there are plants that prefer to grow in acidic or alkaline conditions. So if you can't change your pH, you can find plants that prefer to grow in those conditions.
Some common examples of plants that have evolved to grow in very acid soils are things like blueberries, azaleas and rhododendrons, hydrangeas, especially varieties where flower colour is influenced by soil pH, camellias, gardenias and conifers. And then there are plants that prefer alkaline soils. Remember, that's a pH above 7. Plants like lavender thrive in well-drained alkaline soils. Clematis prefer slightly alkaline soil for healthy flowering. Even veggies like beetroot and cabbage tolerate and prefer slightly alkaline soils.
If you think your soil pH is too far outside the range for good plant growth, then you can take steps to change it. The approach varies depending on whether you want to lower or raise your pH. The best way to acidify the soil is to use sulfur. And when you apply it to the soil, it gradually breaks down and turns into an acid, lowering the pH. Just don't expect it to work too quickly. About 6 to 8 weeks after you apply it to the soil, you'll start to see some pH changes. And if you need to, just retest your pH and apply it again if you need to.
The most common way to increase alkalinity, raise pH, is to use finely ground agricultural lime, which adds calcium to the soil. You can also use dolomite lime to raise the pH. It adds both calcium and magnesium and raises the pH a bit more slowly. You could also use wood ash from the fire to raise the pH. Just use it sparingly to avoid over-alkalizing. Simply spread the lime evenly and mix it into the topsoil. Then water thoroughly to help it to react with the soil. After applying, retest your soil pH every 2 to 3 months until the desired pH is reached. And be sure to make gradual adjustments. Large, sudden changes can stress your plants and soil microbes.